Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am wrapping up my budget for the month of March. March, all in all, if I have to sum it up, it was a good month, income wise and also expense wise. February was a month where my income was very low, my private practice income, and then in March I was able to catch up. In terms of my expenses, I am very happy with how March went because I did not go over budget in any of my categories. I also came up with some hacks when it comes to spending in the month of March. I wanted to cut down my living expenses because I have this urgency to pay off my debt. I tried it for the month of March and I was able to follow those hacks. Going forward, I want to keep doing that. The first thing that I did was I have started thrifting. I did try thrifting a few years ago, but I did not actually know how to thrift. Knowing how to thrift is also an art. You go into a thrift store and then there are lots and lots of varieties. I feel like you need to have an eye for things. So I gave up thrifting because I would buy some stuffs and I would not wear them. But in March, I tried thrifting again, and this time I took it slow. I went there, I took my time examining every piece and also making sure that I only buy those things which I had come to purchase. So I bought 4 sweaters for 1000 rupees, which meant I was paying 250 for each of the sweaters, and till date I feel like this is the best purchase that I ever had thrifting. I will not be thrifting everything. There are only a few things that I've decided to thrift, like sweaters and blazers and overcoats. These are good options you find in the thrift store. The other thing that I've started doing in order to cut down my spending is to not eat out often. If I stop altogether going out, then I know I'll start to feel miserable, I'll start to feel restricted, and then I'll start to spend money. So what I've done is I've given myself permission to go out and eat once a week and not more than that. If it's going out to eat because I'm hungry and I was caught up at work, I don't count that. But just going out leisurely, I like to have coffee outside and I eat, with my coffee, I like to have dark chocolate cakes. So I am avoiding that. I want to cut that down to 1 day a week. And that I'm doing not just for money, but also for my health, because I really want to take care of my health more. So the third thing that I'm doing is related to gift giving. My love language is giving gifts. It doesn't have to always be a birthday for me to give gifts. If I go and visit somebody also, I make sure that I take something along with me. But now what I'm doing is I am trying to keep that category under a certain amount. And if it is a big occasion, what I'm doing is I share the gift with somebody I know. Like for the month of March, there was a birthday, my cousin sister's son's birthday. So it was his first birthday, and of course when it's the first birthday, the celebration is big. So what I did was, instead of buying a gift myself, me and both of my sisters, with 3 of us, we shared the expenses. So individually, the amount we spent on the gift was 490 rupees. But the gift that we gave was a bicycle. So I think that's really good. So these are the 3 hacks that I'm trying to do in order to trick my brain into not thinking that I'm not giving gifts or not going out to eat or not buying new clothes. So that is what I wanted to share, and now let's look at the numbers. For the month of March, I gave myself 75,810 rupees. The first category is my savings and investment. In here I allocated 10% of the amount that I was budgeting with, and that is what I put into it in actuality also. And then in my fixed costs and utilities, insurance, I budgeted 2460. That is what I put into it. Siblings fund, I budgeted 1000, and that is what I did put into it. Room rent was where there was a difference in what I had budgeted and what I had actually allocated. I budgeted 3500, but I only put 3200, and this was because the calculation was a little bit wrong. I thought I should be giving 3500, but my share was actually 3200, so I am saving 300 more. For personal loan, the EMI is 15,000 rupees, which is automated, but I did put 1600 into it. I was just checking my loan details and I wanted to check if there was an option where I could put a little bit more every month than what the fixed EMI is. A few months ago when I checked it, I wasn't able to do that, but in March when I checked it and I just typed 1000 rupees into it, that got transferred into my loan account. So from now on, if I have some extra money, I can always put a little bit more than what the monthly EMI is. So the difference is 1000 rupees. I'm not going to be taking this into account because this is money that I put extra into my loan. For my LIC loan, I had budgeted 2000 rupees, but I actually put 3000 rupees into my LIC loan. So the difference is 1000. Here also the difference is 1000. And then for ration, I had budgeted 5,000 and that's what I put into it. Subscription was 1,200 and I did allocate 1,200 rupees into my subscription. Out of my subscription category, I have decided to only recharge for the things that occurs month to month. Petrol I had budgeted 3,200 and that's what I spent. Here I budgeted 400 and that's what I actually spent. And food and groceries and for workwear also, whatever I had budgeted, that's what I actually spent. So there is no difference. In my sinking fund category, I had allocated 3,000 rupees when I started, which is 4% of the total amount that I'm budgeting with, and that is what I put into my sinking funds category. I do still have money remaining in my sinking funds category. In my car maintenance, I spent 1,000 rupees for some repairs in the month of March, and now going to April, I am carrying over 2,010 rupees into it. And when April starts and when I do my April budget, then I'll be adding the amount that I'm budgeting for the month of April into the 2,010 that I'm carrying over. For health and medical, I spent 1,160 rupees, and that was for some blood tests and also some over-the-counter medicines. So I still have a balance of 3,375 rupees, and I'm carrying that over to the next month. In my pets category, I am carrying over 1,059 rupees, and then for my vacation, I'm carrying over 5,000 rupees to the month of April. Now for my guilt-free spending, I budgeted 21,970, but I spent 20,270 rupees, which is actually 27% of the amount that I'm budgeting with. And so I have a difference of 1,700 here. This is a positive difference. Now, as you can see, these are both negative differences. Negative as in I had spent more than what I had budgeted. But it's okay because I'm putting extra money into my debt only. This is what I'm doing. I don't know. Here is the mistake. Here is the mistake. I spent 3,500 minus 30. I have a positive balance of 300 rupees. So if we add 1,700 and 300 rupees, that's a total of 2,000 rupees. And this was the extra payment that went into both of my debts. So there have been so many mistakes that I've done in this budget, which I don't usually do. And it's because I'm doing the actual calculations here only. Maybe that's why. I am doing it in my real life copy and then I'm doing it here and at the same time, so I should have prepared. The total here is 44,960, which is 59% of the budgeted amount. Let me write down here 33,810, no difference, so it's easy. There's no difference here. So this is how I spent my money in the month of March. For March, I did not do any big transfers towards my debts. The reason being, every extra money that I have now, I am putting that into my health and medical because I know that I'll be spending it on my dental visits. I don't want to be taking out money from my savings, and I know that the money that I have in my health and medical sinking fund is not going to be enough for the dental visits. And that's why there have been no extra transfers. Whatever has been done is this and nothing more. And then the last update is the PPF contribution. For the year 24-25, I was able to deposit 46,920 rupees into my PPF, and this is 31% of the maximum amount. So that's the update for March. Thank you so much if you're still here watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.